So this bottle of Grappa that we discussed earlier, that was 1947, the year of my mother's birth and the year of
my father's birth.
Your father's birth. Unopened. I've had it probably 16 to 18 years, and I've been saving it for a special occasion. So I guess that as of today, that special occasion will be the birth of my child.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You excited?
No.
Scared?
Terrified.
I could imagine.
We must have a high tolerance for chaos. Learn to embrace the flow.
Forgive all that we can't forget. Regret nothing we can't let go. For despite what we have learned, infinitely more we do not know.
So let us tune our frequencies.
Until new vibrations grow. Let's pretend that it never ends.
And now, it's time to start the show.
That should do it, I think. So yeah. What did we actually cover in the parts where we weren't recording? We covered the keto diet that you're on, that you don't want to talk about because you don't want to jinx it. We talked about some of your job drama, which
is forever and ongoing.
That's crazy. The crazy part is that he has to
deal with it.
See her every day.
Every day.
Like, how does...
Every day.
Like, that's just, what's the word? Masochistic?
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's bad enough you're gonna cheat on somebody and blah, 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 but then you're gonna just stay there in the same office?
And still treat, like, him like garbage and talk to him like he's an asshole, and it's just a really, really toxic place to work. But like I said, she hasn't spoken to me, like, not a word, like, and I'm not even exaggerating, in 3 months.
Oh, that's right, you said she hasn't said anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
We never went back to that. Why you again?
So when they were together, the hierarchy was the doc, the office manager, and me. Mm-hmm. And then everybody else underneath us, we were the 3 heads of the management. When she did what she did, he told me and her, he's your equal now. So you have to give him the same respect you would give yourself, and she lost her mind. Which, again, no big deal. She'll get over it.
Right.
We have students that come to our office they come for like it's like a school requirement kind of thing, and we teach them for like 3 months. We'll have like 1 or 2 kids. I say kids, they're older, but so they're free labor. And we had a really busy day. Doc was in Canada getting surgery done, and she's up front. We hired another doctor, and I was working with him, and it was really busy, and I gave the one kid the day off, and I wanted the student to come in, but she was coming in later. The student calls the office and says, "Hey, look, I know it's 1 o'clock. Do you guys still need me?" She asked me, "Hey, do you still need the girl?" I'm like, "I do. Yeah, tell her to come in." Right in front of me, she grabs the phone and goes, "No, we don't need you to come in today." And mind you, we're swamped.
Oh,
and she knows how I feel about that. Like, don't overwork me. Like,
wow.
I'm management. Like, I'm your equal. You won't work without somebody else at the front desk. I'm not going to work without somebody in the back.
Yeah.
It's common sense.
That's blatant.
Especially a free body. We're not paying anything to this person.
Yeah, just say yes.
And they need to be here anyway. Yeah, right? She told her no. And so I called the other kid in after I gave him a day off. Me and him had a huge like that caused problems between me and him, but like I had to prove a point, and we had to talk afterwards. We're good, but when they both came in, I walked up to her and said, "Hey, I'm done for the day," and I left.
Oh.
So she lost her mind. She calls the doctor. He's literally getting prepped for surgery, and she's calling him, flipping out. Your manager just walked out, abandoned his position, blah,
Wait,
blah, blah, blah.
this is the doctor that she cheated on?
Exactly.
Okay, this guy.
So
she's complaining about you to him.
Exactly.
Okay, it's hilarious.
And he calls me. He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I told him everything like I'm explaining to you now, and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You're not fucking going back." He goes, "You're done for the week." I'm like, is that like you're on my side and I'm done for the week, or like I'm fucked? Like, start looking for another job. I'll see you on Monday.
Right.
And he starts laughing. He goes, "Dude, you're good. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
So, when I got in on Monday, which I didn't even know we had an HR department, because when I asked her months ago, she said we didn't have one. Which is apparently through like the company we use, Paychecks. They give us a HR person to go to.
Okay.
It's part of the whole package. And when I asked her a few months back, I said, "Hey, do we have an HR?" "No, we don't." Okay, which I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Right,
whatever.
Exactly.
So I get this packet from Paychecks pretty much saying, like, "You're terminated, blah, 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 blah." And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Am I getting fired?" I'm like, "Does Dr. Lembo know about this?" And she's just like, she goes, "Just sign it." I'm like, "No, I'm not signing this."
No shit.
Yeah, like, she was really, like, she was trying that hard.
Wait a minute, but because we didn't record the part where you told me she got him to sign. What was it she did?
Sign pretty much, like, she needed paperwork stating how much she makes. So she got him to sign, like, this ridiculous, fluffed up contract where she's making way too much money.
Before she told him that she was cheating on him.
Exactly.
And so she basically was trying out the same strategy on
me.
you.
On me, but to fire me.
Wow.
So I didn't sign it. She gives it to him to give to me. He reads it, and he goes, "We're going to talk after work, blah, blah, blah." So I'm like, all right. After work, he's like, "Come back to my house. I want to have a conversation with you." We go back. He lets me read this whole write-up thing that she wrote to Paycheck, saying that she felt like her life could have been threatened because I was throwing things, and I was like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" Like, that never happened.
No,
like, I would never do that.
I can't see you doing that.
No, there's no reason
to
do it.
I can't see that.
So the other doctor had to get involved, and at this point, he was brand new, and he's just like, "No, that never happened." He walked up to her, said, "I'm done for the day," and left. That was it. He goes, "I didn't even know he was mad."
Wow.
And so anyway, that got thrown out. And since that minute, she has not spoken a word to me, won't even look at me.
Has that been good for you?
Oh man, it's been the best. Are you kidding me? She won't even talk to my assistants if I'm in the area.
Wow.
She'll see me and just turn around and walk out.
You have to admire that kind of dedication.
Oh, I love it. I mean, this woman's 55 years old. I mean, the amount of pettiness you can still harbor at that age with everything going on in your life. I mean, it's commendable. It's
funny you say with everything going on in your life, because I find that those people usually have those things going on in their lives because they're those kinds of people.
They attract it.
They attract it.
100%.
They get off on it subconsciously.
The quote my boss said, which I was like, wow, that's really messed up, but I kind of agree with you, but I'm not going to say it out loud. He said to her, she got cancer because she is cancer.
Well, that would be Nikki's take. Nikki's very much... you got cancer because there's an internal, emotional, spiritual thing that generated it. And
you're trying to ignore it or pretend it.
Right, exactly.
No, I agree with that.
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, no problem.
It's good to see you.
It's good seeing you as well.
Have you been more social since we last talked? Like, do you go out more, or is it pretty much the same?
Peaks and valleys. I'll get these streaks where I'm just out all the time and then just hibernating for like a month after that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and out all the time means like I'll go out like twice in a weekend and be like, all right, done.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's more than I have been. So I mean, yeah, I guess I'm more social, but am I where I want to be? No.
Right.
Am I upset about that? I don't know.
The older you get, man, it's just like, I hear you though.
Like even this, like 2 weeks ago, Jen went to her sister's bachelorette party, and I was completely alone with my dog, with my cats. My buddies are calling me, "Hey, we know Jen's not home. You want to, like, throw a party at your house? And the first night, I'm like, hell yeah, everybody come over. Like, 2 hours into it, I'm like, can you guys just go home? Like, obviously, I didn't make them. Everybody's, like, drinking and whatever. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, I would much rather just be,
you were over it.
sitting here. And then, so, like, the next couple days, because she left on, like, a Wednesday. And I was, like, she didn't come back till, like, Sunday. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to see anybody. I'm like, this is exactly what I need.
It's good to have that. It's important to have that. And I think that for a lot of people, that's underrated.
Yeah.
You know, like, people that can't handle moments of silence.
Mm-hmm. They always have to say something, make a sound.
Yeah.
Start up. Those are not my kind of people.
No, not at all. I mean, even now, like doing a podcast, if there was a moment where we didn't have anything to say to each other, that's a good moment. You know, those silent pauses are important.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. I broke it with my Like I said, I've been meditating every day for almost 300 straight days.
Wow.
It's called a sadhana, which is basically picking a certain meditation or kriya and doing it for a bunch of days in a row at certain intervals. So 40 days in a row, 90 days, 120 days, which I've covered all of those.
Yeah.
And the next one is 1,000 days.
Wow, not even like 365, like you straight to 1,000.
Straight to 1,000.
So why do you meditate?
Well,
what does meditation do for you, like, personally? Because I know, like, you know, some people calms them down, or, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've never done it ever in my life.
Really?
Never meditated.
Really? Have you ever considered it?
I have. That's why I'm asking.
Okay,
Want
well
some
then
knowledge.
you came to the right place. No, because I highly recommend it. And I'm going to sound like every other person that highly recommends meditation. Not that I didn't believe anything they said was true, but now, experientially, the changes have been profound.
Okay.
I started September 10th because school had started, and I was not happy that first week. They had moved my classroom. My class was the usual sort of, like, you know.
I remember them moving your classroom. It was like the end of last. I remember because we
Yeah.
had this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
interesting. All right, so we did meet in September then.
We had to.
Or no, they told me in August, so maybe right
Around
in that
there.
time, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, because you're upstairs now, right, with
Yeah.
the older kids.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah. Still 5th grade, but the older kids are up there. Anyway, that's worked out.
Yeah.
But that first week was really rough, and I remember I just had a bad weekend, like one of those, you know, like laying in bed with all the negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I was smoking cigarettes, but I was sneaking it from Nikki because she's so against it,
Mhm.
you know, but I was sneaking it. So, and then I think we had a fight, and I knew that karmically or spiritually that we were fighting because I was acting in bad faith.
Mm-hmm.
So then, at some point, as we were making up, she outright asked me, and I couldn't say no.
Mm-hmm.
She just needed to hear it, even though she knew.
Yeah.
So things just reached a head. I got up that Monday morning, and I was like, I need to do something. I can't continue like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started doing Sat Kriya, which is called the Everything Kriya. It's one of your most basic, but it's also very hard because it just requires concentration and focus in this position. And you're going Sat Nam, so you're pulling in your navel. It's like an ab, you call it an ab workout, right? But your arms are straight up in the air the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that for 7 minutes straight, and then there's Breath of Fire, Ego Eradicator for 3 minutes, where you just And then I end with 11 minutes of something called a JLA. So it's like a long prayer in Sanskrit that you sing, and the translation's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically descriptions of God, descriptions of the infinite force. And some of the descriptions are like, unnameable, indescribable, ever-present, all-powerful. And so you're supposed to, you chant that, and it's the one that I do is for prosperity.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is, the first week that I started doing it, I got a check from Citibank for $400 because they overcharged me or something throughout the year.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So that was the sign of like, okay, keep doing this. And then slowly, the real work, and it's very, very subtle. This is out, right? It's very, very subtle. First, I was able to stop the smoking of the cigarettes.
Okay.
And when I say stop, like I told you before, stop without craving.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been a definite shift compared to every other time. And
How many times have you tried to quit before this?
Maybe like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
With varying degrees of success.
Yeah, because if you would have said like, 30 times, 35 times, I'd be like, you never really tried to quit.
Right.
So a lower number definitely shows...
Oh, no. There were times where it was like a definite commitment, and then I just ended up cheating and going back to it. I made it like 4 months, I think, was the longest once.
Okay.
But never to... I don't think I ever really made it to this point where it's that, that urge that never goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you call that feeling, I call it temptation. Like it is the very nature.
Mm-hmm.
That addictive, like...
You have to.
That's there, but it doesn't rule me the way it did. And I feel like I owe that to the meditation. To me, there's a direct correlation between the two.
Okay.
And then just other things in the classroom. That's where it also helped. Keep me calm, keep me patient. I really think that helped my whole... And that's harder to explain to somebody that's not a teacher, but just being able to stay centered and focused and get through the day and manage my energy. It got to the point where I was not getting up early enough to do it before I would leave to beat traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd get to school and I'd be in the closet before anybody got there in my underwear getting the meditation done.
No way.
And it was incredible. My very last day I did that. I was in there during the storm. It was kind of beautiful because it was thunder and lightning, and I was alone doing the meditation on the last day of school. I feel like a different person. Not that I'm all the weaknesses and insecure. It's all that's still there.
Yeah.
It's just I don't have time for it. It just doesn't
rule you. Yeah.
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 And I it's meditation, so I highly recommend it. Like I really, really do. Everything they say about it. And it doesn't have to be formalized if you're not into that. Like, it literally could be just sitting and breathing slowly for 15 minutes. And you're somebody that already appreciates silence. You're not freaked out by silence.
Okay.
The thought process comes later because, your thoughts will be racing. And don't tell yourself, I'm not supposed to be... Don't even fucking worry about that. Let the thoughts race. Just let it go. You do it enough days in a row, and eventually you'll get bored of your own thinking, and that's when your thinking starts to change. Is the best way to put it.
Okay.
But
Wow.
it has to be every day. That was the other thing. It wasn't just the meditations, the fact that it's the only thing besides pissing that I've done every single day, without fail.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. No, I'm really interested in trying it. I mean, I feel like I need some kind of something to do, like something just to, like you said, I pretty much like get my thoughts together.
Do you exercise at all or anything like that?
No, I mean I used to, but not recently. I feel like I don't have enough time, but I know I have a lot of time.
We all. Yeah, I know. I feel you. The amount of time I spend going down a YouTube rabbit hole that could be spent
Doing
on any other number of
anything.
things.
anything else.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but then there's the other side of that. The other side of that for me is there's never an end to the things that you could be doing. There's always something that needs to be done, right?
Yeah.
So I find in the moments where I'm like, okay, I need to relax and fuck off, it can only be for so long before that you should be you should really blah 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 blah. So I can't even enjoy fucking off. Like, do we really need to constantly be going on to the next thing? Or is it just like training yourself to appreciate
what you have now?
wasting time, doing nothing, or not even wasting time is fucking around and being lazy. That's valuable, right?
Not everybody gets that.
No, that's true.
Some people have to work really, really hard all the time, and they never get to really enjoy that. So
should we be enjoying it, or should we
right?
be working harder? Should we be working harder? Working is a big thing for all of us. Like, once you get home from work, it's way too much. So then it's like, well, how do I want to spend those few hours that I have until I have to be in bed early? You know, if I start anything, it's going to have to be cut off very soon.
Yeah.
So it's easier just to fuck around.
Mm-hmm. And wait for the next work day.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, summer gets a little better because, I mean, I worked all day today. It's 8:06 and it's still really light out.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's finally cooling down, so it's like, it's good. And I'd rather be inside.
You'd rather be inside? Yeah. Well, that's one of my goals this summer, is actually to be outside more.
Okay.
Hiking and biking and just trying to be more in nature.
Yeah. I live around the corner from a really nice trail. I go on at least like once a month, even in the winter. It's really cool.
Oh, really? Where is it?
In Wayne.
Okay.
By William Patterson, the trail back there.
Okay. All right.
It's really nice.
Yeah, exercise is important for the mood and thoughts and meditation. And exercise is a form of meditation. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I really believe that, like, there's a difference between sitting here and doing that kind of thing and hiking.
Yeah.
Which is sensory.
Mm-hmm.
There's way more sensory, which is also good.
I know we're kind of out of like my forte with exercise. Like, I enjoy it in small bursts. Like I'll get like probably like 5-6 months where I'm just all about it, and then like times like now I'm kind of just like I don't want to think about it.
So but you said when you said bursts, I thought you meant like brief bursts. But 5 or 6 months, that's a good stretch.
Yeah, and then it's like off again for like a year and a half.
Wow. Okay.
You know, so it's like it doesn't do you much good. Only like in the moment. It's.
What is the one thing that you could see yourself doing on a weekly basis, if you had to pick something or some things?
Probably fishing.
Fishing. That's not very aerobic, though. No, okay. It is a sport. It is a sport.
So is golf.
Golfing. Yeah. Not terribly cardio, but it's definitely more of a workout.
I like mini golfing.
Mini golfing?
Yeah.
That's
like
fun.
monster mini golf?
Yeah.
That's so it's fun. Top golf.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Hey. I feel you. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Or the flesh just doesn't give a shit.
I don't know.
My best friend Doug, he fucking runs like... So I feel like it's become it is kind of an inside joke now that he gets mentioned on at least one every episode. But I mean, he's running like 6 miles, every day. Has a home gym. I mean, he's so much. His form is so. It looks like veins and muscles. It's crazy. So your plan is, I'm talking like long term. You're engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Even though that's like the third time the first time on recording. Congratulations. How did you do it? What was the whole? Can you give me the whole like?
I mean, it's
no.
It's like really on recording.
Yeah, the condensed version then.
It's not. It's terrible to say. It's not that great. No, but I mean, it was really special. Like something to me. We went out. We had I don't know. So we were actually arguing.
Nice.
That day. Well, she thought we were arguing. I was planning on proposing that night. But I don't know, like she said something. We did get into it a little bit, but I wasn't that. All right, this is bad. I don't want to.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll move on to the next.
No, it's like. Anyway.
Okay. Well, so you knew you were gonna do this. Obviously, you had this planned.
Yeah.
For about how long did you?
For about a year.
A whole year you were saving up.
I was saving up.
And I heard that you snuck the ring measurement while she was sleeping.
That I must have got the ring measurement like 5 times and never wrote it down because that would be too easy. We have my phone. So I would like do stupid things like, hey, try this on or whatever. Like, yeah, while she was sleeping twice. I got the thing and I was just like, oh yeah. I was like, I found this thing. I was like, I think it's a ring thing. You want to try it on? And she... I don't know how she never expected it because I'm pretty sure she was really shocked.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. That was pretty funny. So maybe I'll just cut to that part.
Yeah, go for it.
So it was freezing, right? This is like beginning of January. It is ice cold this day. We had a really cold winter. I take her to one of my favorite spots on the water, looking like with the cityscape in the back, and get down on my knee, ask her to marry me, open up the box. I bought this box on Amazon that had this like light that shined down on it because it was dark outside.
Right.
And she like lost her mind. I'm on my knee, and mind you, like I said, it's really cold. Yeah. I'm bald. Like this is not a good time right now. And I'm on the ground for, not even exaggeration, 5 minutes. And she's just crying and not saying anything. And I said, listen, it's like, you can say no, but I just need an answer. I was like, it's really cold down here. Then she called me stupid and hit me in the head, and then said yes. I put the ring on and went out to dinner, and it was a really good night.
That's beautiful.
That's so crazy.
I'm really glad to hear it. What?
So Jen texted me. I didn't say anything to her. I didn't respond, and my watch started recording everything I just said and almost sent it to her as a text message.
Whoa. I've done that. I've done that with Nikki. We're like sometimes I'll be teaching and I'll reply to her and it'll still record, so half of my teaching lecture is recorded. That's dangerous, isn't it?
That's so dangerous.
Yes. It's very scary. These fucking phones. These phones. So this bottle of Grappa that we discussed earlier, that was 1947, the year of my mother's birth and the year of
my father's birth.
Your father's birth. Unopened. I've had it for, like I said, about probably 16 to 18 years. and I've been saving it for a special occasion. So I guess that as of today, that special occasion will be the birth of my child.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're excited?
No.
Scared?
Terrified.
I could imagine, dude. Oh my god.
Terrified. I found out hours ago.
Ow. And they go to a diner?
I knew for a week. I knew. We knew. She knew. She was in more denial than I was. So it was me just like knowing not to push it until she was ready to go get the test. And then she had enough signs and synchronicities today, apparently. And even though she didn't take it in the morning, she's going to take another one tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I know.
Yeah.
I knew.
Oh, man.
And I have to hold in my hand the proof
There it is.
to remind myself that this is real. This is actually
Hold on, let's
happening.
see. That's real. I see the line.
Yes. So that's when this bottle will be opened. I think that's the right time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Once you know for sure. I mean, you know for sure, but
I know what you mean.
scientifically
For sure. Scientifically healthy,
Yes.
alive.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There's a long way to go, apparently.
Yeah.
Help?
What, you want me to have one too?
Yeah. Yes, please.
We'll let them go
for
do
it.
things.
Yeah.
Go do pregnant things.
Go to the diner and get something crazy off the menu.
All the ice cream you want, Jen. Go for it.
Yes, exactly.
We'll just hide until it's over. Oh,
So, I mean,
man.
I spent earlier this afternoon bawling like a little bitch. For the record. And I feel like there's been a week of anxiety that I've just been holding for a week, like knowing but not knowing.
Yeah.
That just got you can't released, but it's not. It's like releasing a dragon. It's like oh fuck.
It's one way to describe it for sure. No, I think you're gonna be a great father. I really do. Like, you have it in you. You do it for a living.
Yeah. I jinx myself because it's always like the I say 4 years and up I can handle that.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm the same way. You're not alone.
But that 0 to 4, man.
The crying, the waking up in the middle of the night.
Dude, stop! I can't. Like you're saying it and it's making it more real. I'm just fucking with you, but
No.
like you know, I mean, like I said, I napped until fucking noon. Sleep is so
Remember
important to me.
to go back. Remember those people that really enjoy that quiet time?
Yeah.
That don't get it.
Yeah.
As I nod at you.
That is gone.
No,
It's gone, right?
No.
Well, that's the thing that is.
It's more rewarding.
You know, it's funny because I don't record. Well, I said to Nick today, I said I am so not in the mood for any guy I know that has a kid to be like, dude, it's so easy. It's the best thing that'll ever happen. Like, I don't even want to hear it from you.
Go to hell, you liar.
Right. Even though they're probably right, I don't feel ready. And then the answer to that is, well, nobody feels ready.
Some people feel ready.
Yeah, but I really, really don't feel ready.
But the universe said, you're ready.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now's the time.
They're not gonna. In full disclosure, I was with somebody before we was never even a couple, but she got pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
and she went for the abortion. She was living with another dude at the
Oh,
time,
wow.
Okay?
Okay.
So she had the abortion. So I've always sort of regretted that
Mm-hmm.
for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Because while I believe in the person's right, I don't personally. But if we hadn't done that, I'd be with her, and she was toxic.
Okay.
So if it's going to happen, like I told Nikki today, there's nobody else that I would want. You know, you
100% agree.
like that's a blessing. But we did not want a kid, so I was really worried about her being resentful of me. And so I said that, and she was like, well, I was worried that you were going to be angry and resentful at me. I'm like, well, why would I?
No, you guys have... Your communication is way too good. You guys totally on the same playing field. Like, you don't even have to...
That's true.
No.
But the processing of it being forever.
Yeah.
And I also, like with the jinxing, and we were on the bed with Devin the other night,
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks ago, and Nikki was stating out loud, I don't want another kid. And
wow.
we all agreed as a family that we didn't want it, that we were happy with the way things were, and Devin vocalized that she didn't want us a brother or sister. And Nikki I told her this today, I was like, the only thing that made me angry at you briefly in this last week was your arrogance when you spoke that out loud, and you're like, I'm done. And do you remember me saying to you, be careful, babe, because that's when the universe throws the shit. And she dismissed me.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I remember. So now we are in this joint fear of how Devin's going to react.
Oh, she doesn't know yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Because we want to know for sure.
Yeah, of course. Don't stress her out if you don't have
But
to.
obviously we knew you guys were coming,
Mm-hmm.
and she's obviously going to tell Jen, because Jen's her closest,
Mm-hmm.
and so obviously I'm going to tell you.
I appreciate it.
I mean, not that we're super super close, but I feel very close to you, even though we don't spend time, like we don't hang out.
Yeah.
I feel close to you.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, that's that.
Yeah. Wow. It's exciting. Now I feel like you moved up my timeline.
No,
Thank you.
there's no timeline.
Not to us.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying.
Oh,
no, it's a joke. I'm joking.
I get you. I'm with you. Well,
Jen's there like, what'd you do?
I'm joking. What did you do? What, you mean like the exact position that I was in? Apparently what I did was hang a little too long. Right? And I do mean hang, because if we both wish we could remember the exact day, because you know what I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that long ago, and it's just it would be hard to figure out.
Yeah.
But knowing the exact day of a conception is important spiritually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
It's interesting.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm terrified. I'm like in denial, really.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, I would be in the same exact situation. I want a kid, but
Interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, same. I just want one though, like one and done, and
You
I
just
know
want the one to have the experience of the child, right?
I'd rather adopt another kid than probably have another one.
Right.
Because I don't want to go like I really and Jen knows this. Like I don't like that baby stage.
Neither do I.
That very delicate, loud change. I need everything from you.
Yes.
I'd rather you need everything from me, like you said, like 4 and up, 3 and
Right.
up. Even I'll take 3.
3 is fine. I can. Yes. Exactly.
But infant to toddler.
Oh,
Dude. Like I don't like I had like when we got my dog. Like I was the one like because I wanted the dog, so it was my dog.
yeah.
And I would be the one who would cry 2 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, just to go out and pee. And we had him in the downstairs room, and I would have to go downstairs, get him, he was too small to go up the stairs, so I had to carry him up the stairs. He wouldn't be able to hold it. He'd pee all over me. And this is like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have work, and he's gonna do it 2 or 3 more times tonight before I have to get up for work. And I said to myself, like, I always knew I didn't like that stage of baby, of helplessness.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god, I'm like, when I have a kid, I'm like, it's gonna be just like this for years, not a few months, because my dog, he was done potty trained, good to go, 5 months old.
Right. Yeah, you're talking.
And we got him at 2.5 months old, or 3 months old.
Right. You're talking 3 to 4 years, and even then, it's every night in bed reading with them. Like it's
something.
It has to be something.
Teenager getting into trouble, blah blah blah.
And I started to just get a handle on the fact that Devin was getting older, and just preparing for that reality.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah. I think you're gonna love it. I mean, what choice do we
I do not have a choice. I do not have a choice.
You just gotta love it, enjoy it.
I mean, I have already contemplated all of the positive things and the reasons why, personally, it's important for me.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to say fuck you to, but...
Yeah.
Because when the other thing about jinxing is, that's what she did on her end, but on my end, I've been worried a lot lately,
mm-hmm.
that I am the last D'Ambrose, genetically speaking.
Yeah.
And I had even considered briefly doing like the sperm donation, donating my sperm,
mm-hmm.
because I also believe in just having one. So I thought, well, with the abortion,
mm-hmm.
that if I had one, it would be my way of like paying back. But then somebody told me, I think it was Doug who told me, like, no, they'll just use your sperm for any donor. Like, they can use it indefinitely.
That's true too.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not a.
I thought it was a one and done.
No, you have a degree. You're hard to come by.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No
you're
pun
intelligent.
Intended.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then I was like, all right, well, forget it. I don't want to, And so now the universe has, quote unquote, given me what I wanted, which is contribution to the human genetic line.
Thank you.
If it even matters.
Your kid's gonna cure cancer.
That'd be awesome.
It's gonna happen.
That would be awesome. I'd be happy with my kid just figuring things out sooner and a little maybe easier than I did. I would like my kid to, I don't know. I can't even think about this, honestly. It's really freaking me out to think about.
I can imagine.
When I think about how much of a fuck up I am.
Are you really though?
Or was, or whatever.
Okay.
But like,
but
how long it took to. Well, yeah, here. But look how long it took to get here. 40 fucking years.
Some people
and
never
80
get here.
to 100 years. That's true.
People never get here.
I know everything. You're right.
No, I know.
You're right. But I don't want my kid to have to. I would like there to be like a little more of an.
Street smart?
Yeah, just something. Yeah, street smart or just like.
Just not gonna take shit, not gonna get shitted on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, here's one example, like sports. Like, it never dawned on me, and I think I've said this before, that like, you're supposed to have fun when you play sports.
Why?
And I know that seems why. But or you're supposed to enjoy competition and not take it personally.
Yeah.
But I never did, and I never understood that because I wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
But so it was like a self, like a negative feedback loop,
mm-hmm.
where I couldn't enjoy myself because I wasn't good, but I couldn't get better because I couldn't enjoy myself. And there was nobody that ever said, well, here, let me help you get better. Anyway, so the
mm-hmm.
point is,
no,
I don't want my kid to go through that. I want them to, like, get the sports thing earlier, or I don't know, whatever.
No, I get it. No, I'm the same
Isn't
way.
that what everybody wants? They want like somebody to do a little better than you did.
Yeah, and that's why we keep having kids, and that's why humans are progressing. Mostly.
Mostly? Yeah, mostly. No, they are.
Yeah. What next?
Well, you know that they say, I'm going to get the species of apes or gorillas, like whichever one it is, that they've entered the Stone Age.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. Because they're using stone tools.
Was it chimpanzees?
Is it chimpanzees, maybe?
It may be.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, I saw that. And that's incredible.
Well, it's like one of my students asked me once, multiple times actually, but the point is, well, if evolution is happening, then why isn't it happening right now? And I'm like, no, but it is. But you have to understand slow. So I tried to explain to them the way you would see a time lapse video, right? Where you see it sped up, but that's how evolution is.
Yeah.
Right. It's dragged out over millennia, or in this case, not so much.
Not so much. Yeah. Generations.
Wow. Cool. So what's going to come first? Are we going to... Is the physical organic body going to morph? Or are we going to have techno-organic... do we go through this already? Like, are we just going to alter ourselves genetically and technologically before organic evolution catches up?
I think it's going to be the tech. It has to be the tech. Because we want to do everything as human beings. We want to be able to do anything. Swim underwater forever. Like, if there was an implant that you could put into your lungs that says you can breathe in the ocean, would you take it?
Sure. Well, what are the side effects? What are the risks? But
nausea and diarrhea.
Right. Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Like, I would do it. That would take away my fear of the ocean and drowning. Like, I'll never drown.
I remember that from the last podcast.
Yeah.
Where you have that fear of water, right? Being out in the ocean. Huh.
Being like actually in the water, because I could do boats, big boats. But yeah.
Okay.
But I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat.
Right.
If I could upload my mind to a robot, I would do it. Just wander the earth.
But then what about physical death? Like, is there a spiritual dimension? If you're just leaping from physical body to physical body, like, aren't you just staying sort of trapped in this material realm? Of course, that's assuming that there is something else beyond death. So that's what I guess that's what I'm asking. Or is it just like you can hang on as long as you want?
As long as you want. That would be me. Living forever, I would never. I would never want to live for all eternity, essentially.
But you would?
If I get a couple thousand years out of the whole thing.
To see how far you can go, right?
See how far everything else goes. Like that's pretty much it. I just want to... Like, I'd just be like a watcher. Just going through, not making any changes.
I love how you say watcher, because I believe in that concept very strongly.
Do you?
And I think that let me guess, that when you're in social situations, that is your default mode.
Default mode. I got to see who everybody is, personality traits, quirks, and then I'll include myself. It usually takes, depending on the group, it takes a while.
Yes, right. Because you know that interjecting yourself means you have to play, you have to be involved in it. Whereas it's so fascinating just to watch it happen, to observe it.
That's it, yeah.
And so that's what,
Imagine doing that for a few thousand years and just watching, like, everything happen.
But what if you can do that once you're dead? I mean,
if you could do that while you're dead, of course. Even more so, because that's even easier, essentially. Hopefully, probably.
or was there a point where the line just dissolves between like genetic, right now what we can see for the next few thousand years is genetic modification, maybe time manipulation, interstellar travel, right? Those kinds of things we can see happening,
Yeah.
right? But what if you get to a point with that where whatever is beyond death
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter? Like I always think like heaven is a veil that is around now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it literally is as simple as lifting a veil where it was been in front of you the whole time, kind of thing. That's how I always pictured heaven.
Okay.
Not as a place that you go, but as an awakening that is experienced.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
What do you have any like?
I mean, not that I never, but I don't even know if like I really believe I don't really believe in heaven or hell realistically. I'm just like, that's stupid in my opinion. I mean,
So then, what happens when people die?
I think kind of like how what we're getting at. They kind of just become these watchers, and they just, with no judgment, no real caring for what's going. Like the people involved, they're just existing, and like us watching like a TV show. You binge a couple episodes for a couple thousand years, and then you do whatever the hell what else you want over there.
Sure.
And there's definitely not just one episode, one show, Earth. There's definitely other things out there.
There's infinite possibilities.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Imagine. That was weird.
Yeah, that brownout happened right when we were
Getting
talking
somewhere.
about that. Yeah.
We're
Okay.
watching.
I'm with you.
All right.
But doesn't it get? Is that why we're here then? Is it because we get bored, being the watchers?
And we want to play. We want to like experience it.
Or is it because maybe there are entities that never come back or incarnate physically, but then there's some that are for
Well, what I was gonna say is, imagine you died, and you found out that there are infinite numbers of other worlds that you can go to, or you can be, or whatever. You just had to go. Would you come back to Earth?
Well, that's another question that sort of plagued me, is a lot of talk of having to redo this life over again till you get it, quote unquote, right. So come in. Oh, you can't. Forgot.
Oh, that's
It's the girls.
Oh.
Right?
That was creepy.
We just got deep into metaphysics.
Sorry.
So yeah, and then can you choose? So do you have to live your lifetime over again until you quote unquote get it right? Or can you choose to live it over and over again, or choose a different life? And then if you choose a different life, do you have to always come back to Earth or not? I'm in the camp of not.
Not. Yeah, I don't think
That
so.
incarnation can be in any type of reality.
Anything.
Yeah.
No, you're not stuck here. You can't be stuck here. I feel like more would go on if you were stuck here.
No, it would be like, God, remember that time we were on Earth?
Mm-hmm.
How fucking crazy that was?
Stupid. I can't believe we went back.
I don't know. It might be my first time. Who knows?
I don't know.
So that's like my big thing of just, if we figure out consciousness and are able to move it into different vessels and live continuously, then this is just my worry. Did you ever see a Black Mirror?
No, everybody tells me to watch it. They say it's something I have to watch. I've seen one episode.
Okay, so I've seen maybe 3.
Okay, all right, cool.
So I'm with you on there. But there was one episode that dealt with this, where people that died could go into, essentially a Matrix hard drive-ish world, or they could just choose to die. And like people would get into arguments over it, of like what was the right thing to do.
What would you do?
I do not know. I think I'm leaning toward natural death.
Natural death and see what comes next.
Yeah. I would need a full guarantee that once in that matrix that I could still have a death. If I wanted to.
Like you would like want to die then like die again to go somewhere else? Or do you think the next place you go would be it?
Oh, well that's the other question too, right? Because your physical body dies, so you're assuming that you can retain the consciousness.
Hopefully, that's the goal.
In some kind of medium, some kind of form, right?
Yeah.
Something has to hold that consciousness. So you're still alive. You haven't died.
Can you die?
I know that you have to die before you die, so when you die, you don't really die. But I don't know if you can die after you die, because you're not really dead.
It's very powerful having a positive family, the power of the prayer, and God, plus a positive attitude. All those things mean so much to get you through life.
We covered all the important stuff.
That's right. So now let's cover the unimportant stuff.
It's a microcosm of all of the pain of the United States.
Oh.
You see, getting these moves.
We left off on a specific thought thread. You don't remember where we ended it, huh?
I'm not sure I remember what I did yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. When you're in the moment, there's only this moment.
I guess tune in next time when I have some interesting shit to talk about. Other than that, I love you. I love the world. Peace out.
Sir, I avoid responsibility. That way nobody feels compelled to put me in a position of power.
Be excited, because now it's here. Shiny gift of a lesson that you have in front of you. And now you have to work through it. You really have to, if you want to and you're tired of it, you have to work through it.
Why not and give yourself, I would call it a dose of real reality. I mean, like where nothing makes sense but everything works.
Let's be real. None of this is real.
I feel like I'm telling a story.
What's your advice for people in life?
My advice is to stay strong, be helpful, be smart, be brave, be powerful, be kind, and be loving to everyone, even your pets.
People are like, wouldn't you get lonely when all your loved one dies? Like, no, you get new loved ones.
We really don't know what's in store for us. We really don't know.
Well, would you want to know?
Well, no.
No. Let's say something bad happened to you. Move on. It already happened. Just move on to the better things in life.
I hope it's really not just us. Right? And everyone else is like, self-created eternal hell. No. Every waking moment is a joyous experience of growth and opportunity. I find myself totally spiritual-centered and at peace with the balance between me and the rest of the universe.
What a heck of time!
Amen to that, my brother. Marcus, own the day, own your life.
It's such a game changer.
After all that, they won the game.